Hi and welcome back to my channel. This is Lexsamarie with another video. If you are new, welcome. If you are not new, then hey beautiful, how are you? So today we are going to be talking about something very interesting. A very interesting topic has been brought up plenty of times in the YouTube world, but it's just about the balance of masculinity and femininity. And if you guys do not know already, I do talk about femininity on my channel, but it's not what my channel is about. And I want to emphasize that a lot because I've seen a lot of anti-femininity channels try to come specifically for my content when I have said and stated many of times that I am not a femininity channel, and try to twist my words to fit their agenda. So you can put this in your next video about me, but I am not a femininity channel. I am talking to a specific group about a specific thing. I'm not talking about high value men, high value whatever. I'm not talking about men on this channel. You guys won't be seeing that. I'm specifically talking about fixing and growing a specific energy, and it's one topic. So again, I just want to emphasize that, just reiterating that I am not a femininity channel, but I do talk about my femininity on my channel. So before I get into this topic, make sure that you like this video and that you subscribe to my channel. If you do want to see more content like this, please let me know in the comment section down below. But after you finish all of that, we're just going to hop straight into this content. Okay, so if you do not know anything about femininity, anything about masculinity, or what those things are, it's okay, all right? I like to make my videos, whether it's hair, beauty, femininity, beginner friendly. Okay, I like to say that I make videos for dummies, but I don't want to call you guys dummies. So videos for the unaware. And it's okay if you do not know exactly what those things are. Femininity is not only for women to possess, and it's not only found in women, and masculinity is not only found in men, and it's not something that is only seen in men. Those two energies live in every single person, whether you are a man, a woman, if you are trans, whatever. We all have those traits within us. However, with this femininity movement, we are promoting women to walk in their femininity more in order to excel and boost their confidence and just embrace who they are as a woman and enjoy it. Because I know for so long, not a lot of us have been stepping in our femininity and instead have been walking in our masculinity or a toxic masculinity, and it has been detrimental to our reputations and just overall experience in life. So with all that being said, I then decided, I know that I have told people, oh, don't do this trait, do that trait, or oh, try to do this. But I just wanted to emphasize, and I'm going to talk about these traits in this video, that there are some masculine traits that every woman needs, okay? Every woman needs. And there's some traits that every woman does not need, all right? And most women do not need, and that we are trying to make sure women do not have, because a lot of people do not realize that you can be a woman and have toxic masculine traits. You can be a woman and have toxic feminine traits. You can be a man and have toxic masculine traits. You can be a man and have toxic feminine traits. So it really doesn't have a gender. You are a toxic if you are toxic. So we're just going to be talking about the masculine traits that are not toxic and that are essential, I personally feel, for women that are also on their feminine journey as well. Because I just want to reiterate again, just because you're on your femininity journey does not mean you have to get rid of every masculine trait you possess, all right? Because if I got rid of some of my masculine traits, I'd probably lose my mind and I wouldn't be able to function fully. So it's about balance and about creating a balance that works for you as an individual. So the first trait that I wanted to talk about, which is a positive trait, is practicing discipline or self-discipline. So if you do not know already, discipline is considered a masculine trait. Does not mean man, does not mean woman. It is just a masculine energy. So when you think of discipline, you think of sticking to one thing, having some sense of will. And I believe that is so essential for women because, you know, we have these routines, we have regimes, we have places to be, places to go. And if you are someone that just kind of goes with the flow, you never commit to anything, that could turn out to be a problem, and that is not how this world works. So you have to learn how to have something and stick with it. So if whether that is a workout routine, or it is a school routine or hair routine, we all have something that we discipline ourselves to follow. So just think of it in that way and say, oh wow, like I didn't know that that was considered a masculine trait. You see, we need those things to function, all right? And another trait that I just wanted to hit as well is strategy. And if you see a lot of these femininity channels, they talk about femininity and talk about how to be strategic. Being strategic and being logical is considered a masculine trait. And I guess the opposite of that we also need to possess is also just being more intuitive and more creative thinkers. And I think that we need both of those things in order to function. So especially when it comes to having strategy, just making sure that you are having a method to your madness and making sense of your actions, not just doing something because you feel it, you know, doing something because you methodically worked out how you were going to achieve that goal. So definitely when it comes to these two things, discipline and strategy, although they are masculine, they are needed. Women need this, okay? We need this in order to sometimes get a better outcome than we anticipated to get. So those are the two things that I would definitely say that every woman needs. The next thing that you'd be surprised, it does dip into masculine and feminine, but the next masculine trait we need is confidence. And when I say confidence, I'm talking about confidence in our beauty, confidence in our skin, but also confidence in what we say and how we project and articulate ourselves to others. Because I'm telling you right now, whether you're trying to go on a masculine journey, feminine journey, having a lack of confidence is neither, okay? Showing insecurity is neither. Both masculine and feminine have confidence, all right? So you have to make sure that that is something that you do not lose and that you do not rely on the approval of other people in order to feel worthy. And I do talk about that a lot on my channel, where I want you, my subscribers, you know, the people that are going to subscribe, you know, right there, I want you guys to feel as if you don't even need me to tell you you're beautiful, because you know you're beautiful. You don't need me to tell you that you're worth it, because you know you're worth it. I want you guys to get to that point where you are comfortable in who you are as people and as young women, that you do not look for reassurance anywhere else. So definitely, you'd be surprised, that is considered a masculine trait, but we need that, and I promote that, okay? And you just need it. So the next trait that I would say to make sure that you have is responsibility. And when I think about this word, I definitely think about the role of single mothers and how that plays into their masculine and feminine, and just how they have to be responsible, very, very responsible and very reliable, and somewhat of a provider for their children while still having that nurturing and caring side as well. So I would definitely say shout out to the single moms. They have mastered it, and they have mastered in a healthy way, how to practice serious responsibility and reliability while still being a person that can be nurturing, caring, loving, and very intuitive as well. So my example for this, in terms of people that use their masculine and feminine in order to function and survive, it's somewhat essential, would be single mothers. So when talking about responsibility, I would think about them, just in my opinion, but also me as a college student, I have responsibilities, okay? You guys know I'm an RA. I'm a nursing student. I am doing a lot of things. I have a hair business. I have stuff going on. So there's a lot of things that I need to make sure I'm taking account for and that I'm staying on top of, because I have a responsibility to upkeep all of those things. So definitely that is practicing your masculinity as well, because if you're just all nonchalant, like I said before, and you just, oh no, I don't have a care in the world. I don't have a care, I don't have a care. Well, my grades care. My teacher will not care if I'm on my femininity journey or not. I need to turn in papers. You know, my client does not care whether I'm on this journey. I need to get to my appointment on time. There's just different things that you have to make sure that you continue to do in order to function in everyday life. So again, I know it's going to feel a little repetitive, but I'm just reiterating that you'd be surprised how many masculine traits you need. And the next couple traits that I'm going to talk about are the ones that you should eradicate, in my opinion, completely, just because whether it is a man or a woman, this is considered toxic masculinity. I'm so sorry. Like, there is some traits that regardless of what gender possesses them, that they are just overall toxic and unnecessary to have. And I think that there is better solutions to express how you feel if you do have these traits. Okay, so the traits that I guess we see more often and that we compare the femininity movement to are these toxic traits that I would consider quote unquote toxic masculinity. So the first trait that I want to hit on is aggression. Aggression. And it's crazy to me that this word is associated with the most delicate, most nurturing people on this planet. Black women. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's crazy because if you look at media and then you look at a black woman in real life, it doesn't even add up. There's women, regardless of race, that are aggressive, that are somewhat combative, and it's just wild to me that we're associated with that negative connotation, although we are mostly not like that. So definitely this is a generalization, but aggression, we need to make sure as women that we are not resulting to aggression when it comes to expressing anger or disgust or dissatisfactory. So instead of expressing aggression, I would say to do what mothers do best and say, I am disappointed. I'm very disappointed in you. And I'm telling you right now, that hurts more. That hurts more. If your mom has ever done that to you, put it in the comment section down below. But expressing disappointment or expressing dissatisfactory, that whole mood and emotion hits harder than yelling and going back and forth with someone. I'm telling you right now, it'll catch them off guard along with just still conveying how you feel. So I would definitely recommend to kind of go in that direction in terms of expressing yourself. Obviously there's those, you know, 1 in a million cases where someone actually needs that aggression back, like if you're being attacked or, you know, your life is at risk and you need to do something and you need to, you know, turn on fight or flight, you know, you gotta fight, you have to fight. But in most cases that is not the case. So instead of being combative or trying to fight with the person, just try to stop yourself. If you're doing it, just stop yourself midway, do a 180, calm down, breathe, and just get what you need to get out. I'm telling you right now, that'll save you, all right? That'll definitely save you and your energy. Also with this trait, I know sometimes people are aggressive when they're trying to be assertive. So if you're trying to get a point across and making sure that people are listening and hearing you and not waiting for you to stop speaking, make sure that you are saying things in a stern voice. So I like to talk about tone and how tone can change the message of basically anything. So if you say the simple sentence of how are you today, you can say it as how are you today, or you could say it as how are you today, like, or you can say, oh my god, how are you today, how are you doing? All of those are the same exact sentence, but in the tone of how you're saying it, it could be interpreted so many ways. It can show that I'm happy, it can show that I'm in distress, it can show that I'm annoyed and don't want to talk to you. So make sure that you're staying mindful of your tone and you use your tone to your advantage. So if someone is being combative with you, you stay stern, you do not get combative back, and you say what you need to say unwaveringly. Or I don't even know if that's a word, but don't waver. Do not waver. Make sure that you are staying clear and concise and getting your message across. Okay, so the next quote unquote toxic trait that I would say to eradicate is competitiveness. Okay, and I see this so much, and I don't know if it's more with women and, you know, women with each other or women competing with men. And it just blows my mind. Me personally, with the partners that I've had in the past, I don't compete with them. I do not compete with any of my previous relationships because I don't feel as if we're at war. You know, we're a team. So if anything, I'm always trying to push my partner forward no matter what. And I can probably say the same thing for my friends because I genuinely care about their well-being and success. I genuinely want to see them do better than they were doing before I met them. And, you know, I wasn't always this way. I'm not even gonna lie. Sometimes, you know, I used to get jealous and, you know, I was like, I don't wanna see them win, all this, all that. But I'm gonna tell you this right now, once you start to work on yourself and you become secure with yourself fully, all you wanna do is see other people get to that point too. So a lot of the time, people that do not want to see other people do well have insecurities of their own. And yeah, at the time, I think it was like middle school, high school, I kind of had that mindset. But after I started to become more secure in myself, I realized that I just wanted to see others prosper. And now I mean, you can ask my friends, I'm always trying to encourage them, you know, don't think this way, you know, let it go, you're better than this, you're beautiful. And I try every possible way to support and uplift them. So getting rid of that competitive mindset will not only help you, okay, but it's the healthiest thing for you, because if you constantly are comparing yourself and you're competing with other people, you're going to be sadly disappointed because not everyone is the same. You guys are going to have two different paths, two different stories, and you're going to be trying to fight a battle that'll never end. So make sure that you're not trying to compete with everyone. I get it if it's Uno, you know, I get it, because when it comes to games, I'm a whole different girl. I am competing. We are at war. We are at war at Monopoly. We are at war at spoons. Okay, so when it comes to games and things like that, or just playing sports, yeah, get your competitive energy out. But in life, you do not need to possess that energy in your day-to-day experiences. Okay, so the next toxic masculine trait I would say is being controlling. All right, being controlling. And honestly, I did have this for a while. I'm very particular in how I like things, and I think that's just because I'm stubborn, you know, Taurus. If you know about Taurus women, you know we're the best sign. But I do tend to like things a certain way. However, I have been conscious about it and working on that and being more open to compromise. But I know some people that will give people harsh consequences if they do not listen to what they say, and they don't want their partner doing certain things, they don't want their friends doing certain things. They're very overly possessive, overly just on another person and not worried about themselves. So if you realize that you have a controlling personality, or that if you see something you don't like on YouTube, you just want to go in the comment section and say something about it, you know, but yeah, if you see something you don't like and you feel that you're entitled to see what you do like, and you don't allow for people to have other opinions and other ideas and suggestions, get rid of that mindset. Okay, I realized a long time ago that not everyone is going to like me, not everyone is going to like what I prefer, not everyone is going to agree, and that is okay. If you're so busy trying to fix everyone else and get everyone to agree with you, it's not gonna happen. And I realized that it's important to have different opinions, important to have different ideas, because if everyone was the same, it would be boring. It would be very boring. So try not to control or take over situations. You know, try to have a mix with it. So sometimes you kind of go with the flow, sometimes you like structure. And that's what I was talking about before with strategy and having responsibility. Just, it's okay to have structure in your life, but it's not okay to react in a not so kind way or to be combative or aggressive because you're not getting the results that you like, or the person isn't doing what you would like for them to do. So definitely when it comes to controlling, try to diminish that from your personality and maybe exchange it for having structure or compromise, because I know those traits, I'm not sure, I believe compromise does fall under femininity, but just try to develop different traits in order to develop in that area. All right, so the last trait that I would say to get rid of is a lack of emotion. And to be quite frank, this could be considered toxic femininity or toxic masculinity. So in terms of toxic femininity, I would say that the idea that we are always unbothered and that nothing phases us and we just sit here looking pretty all the time, it's false. And to be honest, it's not healthy. And I'm all about, you know, making sure you're healthy, all that. Get what you need to get out. If someone is giving you a hard time, if you're going through something, set time aside for yourself to go through and process those emotions. It's not okay to walk through life as if you do not have any emotions at all. And I know, yes, sometimes we have to put on a front, you know, for the workplace or your children, if you have parent, you know, if you're a parent, and it's tough. But to act as if you have no emotions and that you're just like an emotionless human being is not healthy at all. And to go into toxic masculinity when guys act as if they never cry or that they never are afraid, all of those things, you need to get rid of those, because I think that you need to have emotions. Whether you are a man, a woman, anything in between, you need to know how to express your emotions, because it is unhealthy to bottle up any emotion. All right, you need to find outlets. And this is where I would say to use a feminine trait of creativity. Me personally, I like to journal and paint to release any emotions that I'm going through. I know during the things going on with the riots and George Floyd, people were looking for me to make a video on it, and I was just like, are you serious right now? You know, my content is geared towards a certain thing, and me personally, I didn't feel like I could express myself the way I would like through this outlet. So instead, I was painting and trying to convey a message that way. So you have to understand that everyone is different in how they express their emotions and how they feel. But yeah, just try to find an outlet for you. You do not have to be a great writer. You do not have to be a great painter or a great singer, but just try to find something, a creative outlet that'll help you process and get through anything that you are feeling. All right, so that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the content that you heard today. Please let me know something interesting that you heard that I said that you want me to expand on, or any questions that you have. If you do want to see more videos like this, please let me know in the comment section down below. I don't know if you guys heard my bracelet, but if my friend's watching this, yes, I still have the bracelet from when we were kids. She got me this Juicy Couture bracelet a brick ago, and I just decided to wear it today because I was feeling very, I was feeling very nostalgic, so I wore it today. And yes, I do have a shirt. You guys just don't see it, all right? I didn't want you watching this video and thinking I didn't have a shirt on, but yeah. Again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.